So welcome to the survey. There's a couple bat stars there, and there's some kelp trying to grow there. I don't know whether it's a bull kelp or pterogophora. Hard to tell at that stage. Lots of little bat stars on the site. So this survey is headed out from the shallow part at the #1 buoy, headed out towards the #2, but I headed a little bit to the right. You can see all the rocks here that are covered in red algae, bat stars in between, lots of sand, but not a lot of urchins. They've been doing a lot of work out here. And there's Desmorestia right there, just passed over. And this is acid weed. It has appeared on this site here after the removal of the urchins. It has a very low pH, and when the urchins eat it, it's not a good idea. It's bad for their teeth. Lots of little algae growing here. There's crustose coralline algae, that's the pink stuff, and the red is a red algae. You can see on the sand here too, there's a lot of brown algae. This is July, so it's not the time for brown algae to form on things. There's more Desmorestia, and here's we're starting to see some urchins here, and even some different cohorts of small urchins here. So there are large red urchins. And there's an anemone. Lots of purples here. This is an ARKEV module. It's a bull kelp outplanting rig here for that we ran into on the site, and it has these floating PVC tubes that have air in them, and it's on this unistrut frame, and there are ropes attached to it. And the ropes are seeded with bull kelp. And I hear this is from Bodega Bay Marine Lab, has put together this interesting thing here. In the middle there's like a copper foil, kind of hard to describe. See, it just kind of not that high off the bottom, and the kelp is doing pretty well. It's kind of tilted over on its side right there. But the kelp's looking good. It has a little nematocyst in the middle, and it's on its way. This is one of the corner buoys. This is #3, and there's kelp growing on it. You can see the #3 tag on the bottom there. And this is put out by P.U.R.P, and they're pretty heavy. They're heavy steel. And here, more urchins going out from that corner. #3. This travels for a little while. See, there's some bat stars, there's some large urchins that are red, and there's the white ones are anemones. The anemones seem to survive no matter what. The urchins are eating like a green kind of a moss off the top of the rocks in a lot of places. Gives them something to eat. Yeah, you can definitely tell where folks have been and where they haven't been. They have not been here very recently, it seems. There's a lot of bat stars right there. Okay. Desmorestia right there. It has a good defense for the urchins because it's so acidic that it's kind of cruising through here. There's not a lot of urchins in here, and we're seeing more algae. And look at that, bull kelp. There are these two big bull kelps, and they're doing well. There's another strand right there. going up. And then right at the base of this bull kelp, there's more acid weed. And I'm at, there, check it, 22 feet, pretty shallow, kind of in the middle of the cove. There's acid weed. I'm gonna name some things if I know what they are. If I don't know what they are, then I'm not gonna name them. This is Alaria, and there's a lot of it here, right at the bottom of the bull kelp. And that's a different kelp again, the brown algae. And I was just kind of looking around inside of it. The camera's on the end of the scooter, so I'm kind of poking it into the kelp a little bit. And then I saw this red algae right there. Yeah. Just a lot of growth there that when the urchins aren't around. This is a reference, the surface, trying to determine where I was underwater. And we're off again on the scooter. It's a little, sometimes it's like we're flying. It makes these weird turns. Here we go. So not much urchins over there on the right. This goes out quite a ways. I'm going north at this point from where we just were. And urchins on tops. Urchins are well fed. They live in the bottoms, between the cracks, and they stay at the bottom. But here, when they're out on the top there, these are hungry urchins, and they are eating everything that's plant-like algae. Green algae, red algae, brown algae, they eat it all. Just kind of cruising around here. That orange there was a sea cucumber. That's a good sign there. That's an invertebrate. Also echinoderm. Or there are those orange things are bat stars. There's also red urchins that are pretty good size that are in this lot, but there's not that many of them. That's abalone. And right there, they're in here, but they're competing with all these urchins. And here's another ARKEV. This is the second one we found, and you can see that copper in the middle there. That's supposed to stop the urchins from climbing it, but it doesn't look like they're climbing it anyways. Here's one. I think at this point I can tell in the video that there's condensation building inside the camera because the left and right sides are kind of foggy. But yeah, the kelp here is doing well too. Hasn't really bifurcated on top of that nematocyst, not yet, but it's still very young. It's getting a little bit of wave action today. Try to turn it here because it seems like it could pivot either way, but it seems to prefer to roll to one side or the other. And we're off again. This time, still urchins everywhere. People haven't really been working this area right here. Color correct this, but it was pretty green that day, and there's no filter on the GoPro. It's just kind of raw. And at this point, I don't know quite where we're going. We're just kind of weaving around back and forth. There's a big red right there. Another one. Reds can be either very dark red or pink. That pink one, but very large. They get a benefit here, these red urchins, because no one's taking them and they can just eat unmolested here. But the divers can take them in the bag. They can take up to 35 of them per diver per day, because this is not an MPA or anything like that. Kind of get a real flavor for what's going on here, what the urchin density is like, what the other population is like too, as far as bat stars. What else do we see in here? Not a whole lot alive in an urchin burn. It's kind of a strange place here. It's got these big rock boulders, you know, that are just kind of strewn about this cove. They're all kind of polished, you know, like they came out of the hills, you know, a long time ago, or they've been pounded by waves right here. I don't know. They're not very angular, you know, very rounded boulders, big ones. A lot of urchins over here. There's a fish right there. It's like a female greenling, and it's leading to another ARKEV. There's the ARKEV. Here's the top of that array. Looks like there's pretty good kelp up there. And we're motoring again, and it's looking pretty good. There's an ochre star right there. Little fish. The divers say they're seeing a lot more fish now than they did before. These big boulders are covered in red algae. Another fish right there. And now we're getting into some green algae. In between the rocks, you can see the green, leafy looking algae there. Desmorestia. Sea cucumber. Hey, there's one. That's the California sea cucumber. Some orange sea cucumbers there. Desmorestia, more bat stars. Desmorestia. Lots of Desmorestia. It forms like a big cover over the bottom. It's hard to really even see the bottom when you get a lot of Desmorestia. And it moves with currents too, so it kind of makes you nauseous if you kind of stare at it too long. Something else right here. Not sure. Looks pretty clear. There's gravel between the rocks, but there's not a lot of urchins in here. P.U.R.P did a great job of getting rid of those urchins, so it seems to be working. It's keeping the urchins seem to be staying out, and there's another sea cucumber. Algae seems to have moved in. Red urchin right there. Purple.
Hey.
Yeah, it's really Here's another ARKEV, and it's got the little mesh at the bottom with a zip tie on it, and there's some good kelp on top of that. They just set those last week, so they haven't been out there that long. And lots of urchin, little spots right there with pretty urchin dense area, little purples. It's a kelp greenling.